I'm Nikki.
I'm Nick.
And together we're at Nikki Nick. Today we're going to be... You alright?
I'm just listening to you talk.
Oh, you're just giving me the weirdest look. Today we're going to be reacting to 10 illegal things you do all the time. So...
I'm actually really curious.
Me too. I mean,
You're not
I've
allowed
heard
to
that
sleep
there's...
such and such amount.
Yeah,
it's illegal.
I've heard that like in different states of the U.S., like there's some like crazy things that are really.
Well, I wonder if they mean
illegal
like
to do.
everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious if they're talking about everywhere or if like
it's
like the weirdest
to a place.
stuff, or if it's a joke, or if it's serious or
Yeah.
not.
So you ready?
So, yeah.
Let's go.
Here we go. Really curious.
While most of us try and be good law-abiding citizens most of the time, we can be breaking the law without even knowing it. Yes, you can technically call yourself a small-time criminal if you have ever been involved in any of these illegal activities. Using a fake name online. So you're filling out an online registration form and you enter a fake name that makes you chuckle, like Seymour Butts or Megan Cox, and you don't really think much of it.
I don't think I've ever done
why
that.
should you give your real name to every single site you register
I do it all
with?
the time.
But did you know that
Are you
entering
serious?
a fake name
I don't
can
think I've
get
ever
you
done that.
arrested and charged with
Or
hacking?
no, I don't.
The Computer Fraud and Abuse Act states that when you give a false
Huh.
name, you are gaining access to a website in a way that its owner didn't authorize. In other words, you are claiming to be someone you are not to try and access a page, which constitutes hacking and could land you in prison for 5 to 20 years.
I wouldn't
So
think of
no,
that.
I've never done
Public
that.
Wi-Fi.
What?
You're out in public, desperately need to go online, and your smartphone locates an open network nearby. Your prayers have been answered. But we are here to tell you that Wi-Fi squatting is in fact illegal as per the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which states that it is illegal to access someone's connection without their authorization.
But they left it unlocked.
Considering you're freely using a service
My
that
phone
someone
doesn't
else
think
is
now
paying
we're
for.
just
Oh, it just
automatically
connects,
In
yeah.
the United States, a man was arrested
always
and
keep mine
fined
off.
$400 for regularly
$400.
parking outside a cafe with his open laptop and tapping into their Wi-Fi
Can't you
connection.
do that though?
Laws
Yeah.
on public Wi-Fi have
Unless it
become
doesn't say
somewhat
public.
lenient, but according to many
Like
lawyers,
McDonald's?
the lines
Yeah.
are still
Or Walmart?
littering.
Who knows?
You might casually toss that empty wrapper on the ground without thinking much of it, but watch out, you litter bug, because in many
I
North
try
American
so hard
cities,
not to do that.
littering is
Yeah.
a criminal offense. In California, for example, the punishment for a first-time litterer begins with a $100
I could see
fine
that,
and
though.
8 hours of picking up roadside litter.
8
In
hours,
Washington
wow.
State, throwing a lit cigarette on the ground is considered a Class B misdemeanor, with a fine of up to $2,500 and 5 years in prison.
5 years in
Throwing
prison?
trash in
Well,
water
not
and
really, but like
highways
a
and on
punishment
properties
for-
is
So what are
considered
you in
Class
for?
A misdemeanor and carries a maximum fine of
For doing what?
$6,250 and 10 years in prison. Betting with friends. Ever wanted to make a
Betting is
$2,000
illegal?
bet with some of your friends?
It's
In case the thought
gambling.
ever crossed
I know
your
it's
mind,
like a type of
beware.
gambling, but
Did you know that it is illegal to bet $2,000 in
Oh,
one day
$2,000.
within a group of 5 or more people?
Oh.
If you get caught, you're headed to the big house for up
In
to
a day.
10
I'll do
years.
it tomorrow,
Who
too.
knew that a friendly bet could ruin your life? And if you think they take this all lightly, you are wrong. In 2005, a man named Sal Pelosi was overheard betting the forbidden amount amongst friends in a Virginia bar.
I
The
didn't know
person
there
who
was
overheard this
an
just
amount.
happened to be an undercover cop.
That's
And the next
crazy.
day, an entire SWAT team showed up at his doorstep and accidentally shot him to death. Cursing. If the F-bomb is irregular in your vocabulary, you might want to watch that potty mouth. In many U.S. states, people have been arrested for using curse words in public.
Oh,
In
it's like
states
disturbing the
Virginia,
peace or
profane
something, isn't it?
indecent language in public is a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Really?
And in 2010, a Milwaukee man was fined $500 after a police officer heard him swearing in casual conversation at the back of a bus. Apparently, swearing in public disturbs the peace and poses
I
a
did
quality
not
of
know
life
that.
issue to those unwillingly exposed to such profanity.
I knew that.
Sharing passwords.
What?
You may think you're doing something
Oops.
nice by giving your Netflix password.
We do that with each other.
Binge watch her life away. And while we do believe you are a nice person, you're actually cheating the system by paying for one account and allowing access to multiple users. Maybe we can forgive you for giving the password to a close family member, but don't go spreading it around too much or you'll attract suspicion. Netflix has begun to find ways to stop people from password sharing. Sometimes, if there are too many people trying to access one account, Netflix will say it's currently unavailable. This is definitely
Ooh.
one instance where sharing is not
We haven't hit that
caring,
yet?
but stealing.
No, we haven't.
Not claiming your eBay earnings. eBay is a fun online place to make money off items lying around the house that you simply don't need. And if you do your research and play your cards right, you can make quite the fruitful income. But selling on eBay works like a virtual store. Therefore, it is considered a business transaction between you and the
So you have
buyer.
to tax-
This is why,
okay,
just like
yeah.
any job, you must claim your eBay earnings at the end of every year.
Oh,
Not
snap.
doing so is considered tax evasion. This law isn't strictly followed because people don't think of selling something on eBay as being real income that needs to be claimed. If you are one of these people, we're just warning you, don't be surprised if the tax man shows up on your doorstep.
Weird.
Writing disturbing material.
The book.
If you write something that someone may consider disturbing, you can get fined and even end up in jail because
Oh, watch out, Stephen King.
This law is something that can be all too easily broken. But it does make sense considering it is difficult to tell whether the person actually means to wreak the havoc they write about.
I guess that's
and
true.
Perhaps it is better to watch out for the kid who writes about a fake attack on his school, which is what actually happened with an Oklahoma high school student who was suspended and arrested after his teacher discovered said story. It is clear that this disturbing material law draws a very fine line, and you need to be careful what you share
That's
with people.
true.
Carry
Like
the
with bomb
permanent
breath
marker.
and stuff like that.
Watch those illegal school supplies, kids! If the cops decide to check your bag and find you with a permanent marker, they may have the right to haul you away. According to most anti-graffiti laws, it is illegal to carry broad-tipped indelible markers, and it is also a crime to buy permanent markers for someone under the age of 18, as they can be used for acts of vandalism. These laws are in effect in many U.S. states, from New York all the way to California, and seem somewhat silly given that there are many other more dangerous ways you can commit acts of vandalism if you really wanted to. Come on, fess up. What have you done? Probably most of them.
Weird
Yeah.
that
How do you feel about these illegal laws? Let us know down below, and don't forget to hit that little thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos.
that was
Thanks for
pretty
watching.
crazy. Some of those I
Yeah.
kind of meh, but what got me was the marker. Vandalism
that one just
is
seems kind of
against the law, but I wouldn't say
weird.
a marker should be.
No, because I feel like you can pick up a marker anywhere, so it's just
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be something that should really be considered an illegal act. I mean, if you use it to vandalize, then yeah, I can see, but like carrying it around, you could just be carrying it around for the sake of carrying it around.
I'm looking at this thumbnail right here, and it says you're rich if you have this thumb, or poor if you have a skinny
Oh,
thumb.
I have legit.
I got a big old
If you
chunky
have
thumb,
what? I don't see the difference.
bigger and then a little bit thinner. So I got a chuggy thumb.
I
I'm
thought-
gonna be
I
rich,
thought they were
booba.
looking at the white.
I'm still gonna be rich, booba.
Well, I can't tell because I got nail polish. Anyway, back to the video.
You're gonna be poor.
The one thing that I find that was kind of weird was the eBay situation.
I didn't think of that.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I mean, I could see, it's totally understandable, and I see how
It should
that
let
can
you
consider
off
tax evasion.
for real though, because
Yeah, but I would never think of.
maybe it's in their terms and conduct.
Yeah,
and stuff.
probably when you're selling stuff on eBay and you're an avid seller. But I mean, I guess that's the same goes for this website because you also had to fill out tax forms.
Yeah, for YouTube, yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I guess I could see that, but I feel like I do that all of those things pretty much all the time, except for littering.
Netflix
I
is
mean,
probably
I
the
don't really-
biggest thing.
Oops.
Yeah,
With that
I
one.
do my best not to litter here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
So.
littering is I feel like should be. there should
They
be a
drilled that into me
monetary
in
fine.
preschool. Like I remember in preschool, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's
they
no,
had songs about
there's
it.
no point in. I mean, there's trash cans everywhere, so it's just like I feel like hold it until you find a trash can.
I just feel a level of guilt.
Yeah, me too. Because my level of guilt comes with the fact that like, okay, well, an animal is gonna be affected if I litter this. So I don't know. That's just my
But
train of thought.
probably the Netflix thing is the only thing that you and I do for each other.
Yeah. I mean, I've shared it with
What
other
else?
people too.
The Wi-Fi thing.
But now, I thought that was just like that really makes me
No,
upset though because
I don't
like,
do that in neighborhoods. That's different.
What?
But like if our neighbor had it on or something,
No,
I
but
wouldn't
like
join.
my phone picks up whatever Wi-Fi is around that does like
I think there's
either
a way
not
to turn it off
password.
somehow.
Oh, okay, well, is it like password protected or if I already put a password in for it? So
Yeah.
I don't know,
So,
but yeah, we do a lot of those.
What laws have
Oops.
you guys broken?
Yeah, let us
ever
know
do?
in the
So-
comments below. Whoopsie daisy.
You naughty daisies.
And if you guys
naughty daisies.
if you guys want to see more of us, make sure to check out the description box below. Get our Snapchat and Instagram. Make sure to subscribe.
As always, thank you for watching. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you for your support.
Bye.
Bye.